Okay, let's get started. So today we're going to go over how to complete the paperwork for your LLC, where to find it, and how to fill it out, and how to submit it. We're going to do that for the LLC or corporation, whichever one you decide. We're going to complete the sales tax license, as well as complete the EIN, and that's your federal identification number. It's basically a social security number for your company, safeguarded with your life. Okay, so let's begin. So we're going to go and we're going to start with Michigan, but just know that you can go to your own website, your own state's website. Now, Michigan's website is michigan.gov. Now, every state is not the same. For instance, I know in the South, their sites are called the Secretary of State. So just do a search for your state. You can do Michigan LLC, and your state's website will show up. All state websites have the .gov on the end. So let's begin. So we're going to start at michigan.gov, and this is their licensing and regulatory affairs, which they call LARA, L-A-R-A. So we're going to go here, click on bureaus. We're going to go down to corporations and securities and commercial licensing. And we're going to go, you see everything listed here that you can see under this tab here. But we're going to click on corporations division. And here's everything that you need to know about how to deal with your company in the state in which your company is listed. So here are all the different forms, and what we're going to do is click on forms. So here you can see there's several links here, but we're going to go over to the limit liability company forms. You see there's also the corporation forms. So whichever one you choose, but we're going to go ahead and choose the LLC forms. And listed here is every form related to the LLC. But before we go here, what we're looking for is the 700 form articles of organization. Each state number may be the same because this is all dealing with the government, but I do know that form will be called the articles of organization. It doesn't matter what state it is. So what we're going to do is that we're going to double back a minute, because what you would want to do is have your business name. But with your business name, you need to have at least 2 or 3 different business names, just in case your name is already taken. So what we will do, we will go to the business entity search. And here you can search by name, by the entity's name, by the individual name, by the identification number, or by the filing number. So we're going to search by business name. So we're going to put in T-Shirt Heaven LLC, because we want it to be an LLC. Or we can just put in T-Shirt Heaven. Hit enter, and voila, there's T-Shirt Heaven LLC. So we know that name is already taken. So this is something that you should do prior to going to fill out the application, so that you know that your name has not been taken. And if it has been taken, choose from another one of the names that you have chosen for your business. And so now we will go back. And again, we're going to go to bureaus, corporations, securities, and commercial licensing. We're going to go to the corporations division, and then we're going to go to the forms, publications, and statutes. And then here we're going to go to the LLC forms. We're going to go down to Article 700, Form 700 for the Articles of Organization. And here we have the form. So within this form, you put your name here, you put your address here, city, state, zip. Now, you can also leave this blank because if you do leave it blank, it'll be returned to the registered office that you will list below. So the name of the LLC, you're going to put the company here as you want it listed along with the LLC. You can choose LLC or LC with no periods, or you can use LLC with periods. L period, L period, C period, or L period, C period. The second, Article 2, this is where you will describe exactly what it is that your business does. Right? So explain in details. Like, for example, my real estate business, I buy, sell, rehab real estate. So you spell it out plain exactly what it is that your business does. Article 3, we will leave blank. Article 4 will be the name of the resident agent at the registered office. This could be you, it could be your secretary, it could be your treasurer, the address of your location. If you don't have an address, I will have a video on how to obtain a address for your business. And then we have the mailing address. Now, your street address cannot be a P.O. box. It has to be a physical address. And again, I will have a YouTube video uploaded for that. But however, you can have your mail going to a P.O. box. And just also keep in mind that the resident agent is not necessarily the owner. So just because you figure that you're the resident agent, you may think that because you're listed here, you might be listed here, but you haven't signed. Even if you sign down here as the organizer, the registered agent cannot necessarily be the owner. Just know that, because some people feel like because they put the name here as the resident agent is that they are the owner of this business, which is furthest from the truth. So what happens here is that Article 5 stays blank. As the owner, you would sign, put the date here, the month here, the year here, sign here, and then print your name here. And so then you go over to the second page. If anybody helped you prepare this for a fee, you would put the preparer's name here, the name of the organization or the person, and the business telephone number. And so here is basically everything that I just explained. But here is the non-refundable fee. Now, for Michigan, for LLCs and incorporation papers, is $50. Every state is different. Like I know for the state of Georgia, it's actually $100. But also keep in mind that you have to renew these every year. They have to stay in good standings. So every year for Michigan, I know that it is $25. For the state of Georgia, I know that it is $50. So keep in mind that these have to stay in good standings. I know that I opened up a business account in the state of Georgia, and the credit union required me to have what was called in good standings from the state. So I actually never knew anything about it. It only costed $10, but I had to get that to actually show that my LLC papers were in good standings. So now there's several ways for you to submit. You can submit it with a check or money order by mail. You can actually submit in person. And they also have the COFS is what they call it, the Corporation Online Filing System, where you can pay your fees by credit card. So here they have optional expedited services where you can get your documents in record time depending on how important it is that you need those documentations. Again, this is optional, but again, it is a service that is available to business owners. So now that we've got that under our belt, so now not only do you know where to go get the form, you know what form you're looking for, and now you know how to fill it out, you know how to submit it. If you have any questions in any state that you're in, at the bottom of your form should always be the phone number. The phone number should always be listed there, and you should be able to call and ask whatever questions that you may have. So now that we've done that, we are going to go ahead and switch over to, what's going on here? We're going to go ahead and switch over to applying for your employer identification number. So we skip this way because going forward there are forms that you're going to be completing that you're going to need to have the EIN number in order to go forward, depending on what state you're in. So this is the irs.gov, and we would go to file. From home, you go to file, business and self-employed, small business and self-employed, employer identification numbers, and apply for an employer identification number, EIN, online. Or you could just go to Google and do a search for apply for EIN online, and you should get the IRS official website link. Now, you're able to use this during the normal operations of IRS, which is Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also keep in mind that you are only able to do one EIN within 124 hours. So only once a day are you able to complete a EIN. So here we have all of the information for you to determine your eligibility, all of the other information here that you can go ahead and read for yourself. So we're going to click on the apply online now, and it's going to give you this prompt to let you know that this is a government system for once, which we all know, and is used for authorized use. And you go ahead and finish reading what you need to read there and click OK. Now here, do you need an EIN? Do you have one? Do you need a new one? So here you can click on here, and it explain to you if you need an EIN. Do you need an EIN if you? So these are all of the reasons of why you would need an EIN, right? And then you can click on the second one, and then it has the information listed there for you to go through as well. So again, more information here for you to go through and read, but we're going to go ahead and begin the application. Here, the legal structure that you're applying for, we're going to go with the LLC because you filled out the forms. Now, you can also go as a sole proprietor as well. You don't have to do an LLC. A sole proprietor does not require that you need any information. However, I would advise you as far as filling out paperwork. However, as a sole proprietor, if you go that route, I would go to my city offices and apply for a DBA, which is doing business as, right? And I do believe that is free. If it is a fee, it is a small fee. But again, don't quote me on that. I haven't done it in quite some time. But check with your city offices for that. So we're going to go ahead with the limited liability company, and we're going to go ahead and click continue. And here to give you the breakdown of what LLC is and what it is not. And so we go ahead and we continue. How many members are in the LLC? It can be one. You can be a one member. So you put your number there. This is the IRS. So whatever state that you're located in, that is the location that you would put. We're going to go with Michigan. Click continue, and then you just confirm your selection. They know that you've chosen one, so you're a single member LLC, and you're classified as a disregarded entity. So you go through here and read all of this information here. Click continue. and then a reason of why you're requesting the EIN. Some people will go and choose banking purposes, but we're going to choose starting as a new business because this paperwork that you're going to get, you are starting a new business, but you are still going to need it for banking purposes as well. So you just go with start a new business because that is actually what you're doing. And then you go here, you put your information in, right? Just go ahead and put your information in, put a social security number there. And either you're owner or you're a third party applying for the EIN on behalf of the company. Oh, you know what I did? I forgot it's doing normal business hours, so they actually went through with that social security number. So the social security number has to be valid. So you have to put in the right social security number in order to go forward. But please keep in mind that when you do go through the system, at the end it's going to prompt you to save it as a PDF, and if you are on your own personal computer, I would advise you to go ahead and save it as a PDF and print it out as well. If you're at a public computer, you're at the library, go ahead and print it out. But I do repeat that this is the only copy that you will receive. I will repeat, this is the only copy that you will receive. You could call in to irs.gov to request a copy. Just to let you know that they do have long waits for IRS. If you don't have a fax machine, you probably won't get a copy right away. They will send it in the mail, and it would take quite some time for you to receive it. But I've had an incident where I couldn't find my LLC. I couldn't find my notebook because I protect them in the plastic protectors, and I couldn't find it. So they kept saying that they faxed it to me, but I was never did get the fax. So of course, weeks down the line, it did come in the mail. So now we've done two things, and now you will have your EIN number and you will have your LLC papers. And so the next thing for us to do, because we're aiming this at as far as running a t-shirt business, so anything dealing with retail, you're going to have a sales tax license. So totally different website at the Michigan.gov. This is the Michigan Treasury online website, and this is where they deal with you registering your business to get the applicable sales tax forms that you need. So here, this is the website here, and this is where you would have to go to create your profile. I already have a profile and I'm already logged in, so we'll go over to the next page. And so once you register, this is the site, this is where it will bring you to. And so in order to get a sales tax license, you have to start a new business registration. Now keep in mind, there are other forms that it depends on the type of business that you are running. For instance, some businesses need business licenses, and it depends on the business. For example, a restaurant needs other licenses that starting a t-shirt business doesn't require. So when you are looking at the business that you are going to open, go to your state's website and get all the information that you need to make sure that you are getting everything that you need in order to start your business. So now we're going to start a new business registration. So here's some links here, some references that can be used in assisting you with starting your new business. So here's the IRS website, and then you have the Economic Development Corporation website, and this is for starting a business within the state of Michigan. And like I said again, every state has this. Every state has an Economic Development Corporation website. It may be named different, but again, go to your websites, your state websites, and get that information. And so, does your business have a federal identification number? So we're going to say yes because we just did that at the IRS. No, we do not want to register for flow-through entity tax. And so now it's going to take you to this page to register your business with the state of Michigan. My session has expired. What do you mean? Okay, so let's see. Here we are. So this is when you click, this is where it's going to take you. So here you're going to put in your EIN number. You're going to put in your confirmation number. Oh, this is for previously saved. If you already did and you already saved it, it will give you a confirmation number, and you have to put that information in to go back. So you can start this, and then you can save it and come back to it. So we're going to go start a new e-registration. So we're going to click here and select the registration reasons. So here we're starting a new business. So there's several, apparently you can check several reasons. So, but we're going to go with starting a new business. I'm going to click OK. So now it takes us to the next step we have to do, and that's answer the liability questions for the unemployment taxes. And no, we don't have an employer account number. Your federal identification number goes here. Just put some numbers there. And then you enter your business information would be the next step. You have to double click. And so we're just going to put some stuff here. At gmail.com. Business ownership. We're just going to go with association. Just choose something just to take you through the prompts to show you exactly what it is. No. Purchase an existing business. No. Here, let's just go do a search and just put in retail. See what comes up. Choose whatever. And then the list will come down. So you go here to search for whatever it is business that you are in, and go ahead and choose it. Seasonal employer, no. Operating. So these are questions that you have to answer to get to the next page. On one business in Michigan, click OK. Enter your officer information. Here, this is where you have to put in a real address here, or it's going to kick you out. It does search to make sure that the information that you're putting in is correct. It does validate the information, just as the IRS website. So just put some stuff here so we can go along. Business titles, director. I don't know if it's going to let us go any further with that. I think it will, though. Okay, there we go. Gave us an exclamation mark. Oh, date of birth. Okay. Then it takes us to enter location information. Double click here. Put your address here. All the rest of the information that's required. Nothing else here is required. Now, if you have a mailing address that you want to send outside of the regular address, you can do all of that info. That's where you would put all this information here. Go ahead and click OK. And then if you have additional Michigan locations, you can go ahead and click that button. But if not, you don't have any additional locations, just click that button. It takes you to step 9, which is the tax information. So now this is where we get to the nitty gritty. So you got to know which tax that you're applying for. So we're applying for the sales tax. You have to put in the date that the sales tax began, estimate monthly payments for sales tax, over 12,000 up to, let's just put up to 1,000. It's just estimating. Will you be making payments electronically? We can say yes. All of these are required, so if you're not doing these, you have to put no for them if they don't apply, because they're all required fields. So you're able to complete it all at the same time if you have more than one. Enter the month your tax year ends. Most tax years end at the end of the month, which is December. So we'll go ahead and click that. And then there's a Schedule B questionnaire where you have to go and answer these questions. So you go through these questions and read them. If they apply, you answer them as they apply to you and your business. Click OK. Then you go to your next step. And this is where you put your name, your business title, telephone number, and when you hit submit, it will submit. And now, when the sales tax license is available, you're able to go to the Michigan Treasury online and get a copy of it once it is completed, as well as they will send you one in the mail, because you are supposed to hang it in your establishment. But nowadays, a lot of us, we're doing business at home. However, for instance, like myself, I do vendor events, so I always make sure that I have my sales tax license with me. You never know who's going to ask for it. So today we have learned how to start our business with our paperwork. That is the first and very important step that a lot of businesses do not do. So now you got your EIN number. You can go on to the bank. You can open up your business bank accounts, whether it's a credit union or whether it is a bank. You are now ready to start your business. So you have your LLC, you have your sales tax license if applicable, then you have your federal employer identification number, which is mandatory. You have your business license if applicable. So I will come out with a video on how to, which video do I want to do next? The next video I will do is to provide you with the business plan template. So I'll give you the free business plan template. I will go through the template and explain it to you. So thank you so much for taking this time out to spend with me. And you guys have a wonderful and blessed day, and I will see you on the next video.